Welcome back to the spot. It's your boy Jonathan Bam Rivers with Team Bam Believe and Motivate. Again here in beautiful downtown Columbus, Georgia, coming to you with another episode of Midweek Motivation. When I sit here and tell you that things are moving at an accelerated rate, I'm not exaggerating. I can't even express how great things are for Team Bam right now. I mean, we've just been in so many opportunities to serve. You know, in the last 10 days, we've been blessed to speak at the African American Male Initiative for the Collegiate 100 Black Men of Columbus State at a graduation celebration. Phenomenal event. Just last Monday, we were able to speak at Shaw High School here in Columbus, Georgia at a Raider awareness rally against violence that was headed by Chick-fil-A. Great event, great opportunity to serve over 1,000 students, parents, teachers, Chick-fil-A members, just a great opportunity to really spread the message. And the reason I wanted to tell you guys about that, not only because Team Bam is spreading and Team Bam is continuing to be put in that opportunity to serve the world through speaking and encouraging, but because when things start to happen that are great in your life, things start to move forward in your life, you have to understand one thing, like you have to stay hungry. And that's what I want to talk about today. I want to make sure that in every success that you have, and everything that happens when you step into your greatness, and every accolade that you may receive from somebody, and every good feeling that you have in your body, you have to be able to stay hungry. You have to be able to, what I say all the time, cherish the process and not the prize. That hunger and that fire deep inside of you has to stay lit. You have to continue to work for what you want. I don't care how big you've gotten. I don't care how big you're going to be in life. You have to stay hungry, because if you don't stay hungry, your message will become stale. Your work ethic will become stale. Your mindset will become stale. And once those things happen, you're starting to head for your demise and your downfall. So there are three quick things I want to talk about when I talk about staying hungry in life. Just three quick things that I want you to understand. Number one, you have to reinvent yourself. Like on a daily basis, you have to reinvent yourself, okay? I'm talking about just make sure that you understand what you did yesterday may not be sufficient for what needs to be done today or tomorrow. So you have to look at the skill sets, you have to look at the capabilities and the opportunities that you have as an individual or as a group, and you have to reinvent yourself. If you look at Google, we're talking about one of the biggest, if not the biggest search engines in the world. Like everybody knows what Google is, and if you look at Google, there are just slight nuances, like slight things that change on a day-to-day basis that keep them relevant, that keep them ahead of the curve, and to keep them ahead of the game when it comes to their competition. Like every day I go on Google, the word Google itself is spelled differently. Like it's spelled differently. You may be saying, well, I never noticed that. But the thing about it is, for somebody who uses Google on a daily basis, it keeps me intrigued, because now I'm wondering, what are they going to do tomorrow? Like, how are they going to come up with some creative way to spell this word of this billion-dollar corporation? They're continuing to reinvent themselves. And the best businesses, the best organizations, the best individuals understand that when they reach that peak, they haven't peaked. Like when they start to maximize their potential, they haven't maximized their potential. They're continuing to sharpen their skills. They're continuing to get better, because they understand if they sit back in a state of contentment, they won't be successful, regardless if you're driven internally. If you sit back and you allow yourself to be satisfied with where you are, I heard a quote one time and I'll never forget it. It says, show me a content man and I'll show you a failure. I'm not saying don't be happy with where you've come. You need to be excited about your joys and successes. What you don't need to do is let that joy and excitement stop you from trying to get better. So you've got to reinvent yourself. Secondly, you got to mastermind. And if you don't know what masterminding is, it's basically saying no to yes people. Like real masterminding, successful masterminding is being able to say no to yes men and women. And what I mean by mastermind is you have to get a group of a few individuals, maybe 3 to 5 individuals, and you have to be of a like mind. You don't have to have the same skills. You don't have to have the same organization affiliation, but you have to have the same mindset, like the same mindset of being successful, the same mindset of raising your game to the next level every day of your life. And the reason you need to mastermind on a daily basis is because Les Brown said something that I remember for the rest of my life. He said, you cannot see the picture when you're in the picture frame. Like you don't know what needs to be adjusted in the picture if you're the one the picture is being taken. Like if somebody's taking a picture of you, you can't tell them that you need to move to the left or the right because you're not looking at them. All right, so what I want you to tell you is that everybody on the outside looking at you needs to be able to give you constructive feedback. Now, the reason I say you have to be of a like mind is because you have to have individuals that not only tell you when you're doing something wrong, but also provide a solution. Now, if you're having individuals come to you and say, hey, I don't like this, and you ask, well, hey, what can I do better? They say, I don't know. They're of no benefit to you. I don't need you to just tell me what I'm doing wrong. I need you to tell me how we can get better. Let's mastermind. Let me get my opinions out there. You get your opinions out there, and then we work together. It's so important. I continue to talk about my production manager, George Williams, and we mastermind twice a day for like 3 or 4 days a week. We'll always speak at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We have our $1 million meetings on the phone, going over what we need to go over. And then at night, 10, 11 o'clock at night, we get on Zoom and we have our video conference. We continue to mastermind and we continue to come up with great opportunities and great ideas to spread the message of Team BAM and help serve this country. So you have to mastermind. You have to put yourself around individuals that are in it for you, and then you're in it for them, and you guys are working towards the same goal of doing what's great and doing what you're destined to do. And like I said, you have to be able to say no to yes men and women. Now, lastly, and this is very important when I talk about being able to stay hungry in life, you have to like success but love improvement. You have to like success but love improvement. And I just want to reiterate everything that I've said. When you like success, it keeps you hungry. It keeps you feeding for that next opportunity. It keeps you feeding for that next strategy. It keeps you feeding for that next skill set that you can acquire. Listen, don't be afraid to learn from anybody. I'm 33 years old and I learn from people who are twice my age, and I learn from people who are half my age every day because I take the opportunity and the initiative to listen. I listen to what they have to say. I take in that feedback that they give me, and I'm able to determine and decipher whether or not it's going to be beneficial now, beneficial in the future, or if it doesn't apply to me. That's okay, but that's the opportunity. That's me understanding improvement. That's me loving improvement. You have to like success. Be excited about your success, but don't love success and jilt improvement. Improvement needs to be at the forefront of everything you do in life, because the more you continue to improve, the better you'll be, the better your outcomes will be, the better your situations will be. Hey, it's your boy, Jonathan Bam Rivers. We ended another episode of Midweek Motivation. It just feels so great. I told you about these events that have happened in the past. We've got so many more events coming in the future. I just want you to continue to be encouraged, continue to live your life on purpose, so you can have everything that your heart desires if your heart truly desires it. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at JBamRivers, on Instagram at JBamRivers. The Facebook page is Jonathan Rivers Motivational Speaker. Check out the YouTube channel and subscribe to Jonathan Rivers. And as always, the website is www.jonathanbamrivers.com. Team BAM, believe and motivate. We change the world through speaking and encouraging. We're waiting on you. Have a blessed one.